Excellent. Click button. Come on. Stupid mouse. I need a new mouse. Oh, come on, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube caught up. It's really weird using this new OBS setup. I don't know why I changed. D&D time, and everybody died.
Yay!
All new characters.
What happened last time?
We went across hell. We killed a devil and saved. Well, we killed like 2 devils and saved 1 devil. We saw the chicken. That was pretty fun. He's very big now. And we got to Tiamat's lair, and we've just maybe gotten inside Tiamat's lair, but that was very confusing. The ending was very confusing. Possibly feathers.
It was. So, you find yourselves in a pretty... It doesn't look as fancy as you would think for being where Tiamat is housed. It's just like essentially like the inside of a cave, sort of. Very big though. Currently there are feathers blocking your view of most things, but you can see a little Smoothie and a slightly bigger Anthony running at you at full speed.
Is Anthony carrying a Smoothie?
That's up to them.
That would make a lot of sense speed-wise.
Into Anthony's arms.
Yes.
Anthony is carrying him and running back to the group.
Like Smoothie is like acting as rearview mirror for Anthony, being like left, right.
Just like giant energy blasts come at them.
Let's just take the directions.
30-degree turn.
When they get back to the group, they're like, okay, we don't really have time right now to explain what happened, but just know something happened just before. Tiamat's very pissed off. As long as we're very quiet, she shouldn't notice us.
Isn't Tiamat always pissed off?
More so.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so how about we take these pills and get out of here?
Looks to
What about the
dragon.
ship?
The ship is not there.
No, I asked Smoothie, what about the
Oh,
ship?
right. He explains, that's kind of why Tiamat's pissed off.
So we don't have to find the ship and leave, we can just leave.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure who had the pills, but I give Smoothie and Anthony each a pill.
Sure. It doesn't really matter.
Let's swallow them pills as long as people are like this at work.
Yeah, alright, everybody think of material plane, and
Everybody
ideally
think of
all
Bryn Shanda.
Yeah, Bryn Shanda.
Diagonally.
Dare gives Ori his bill and goes like, think of a place called Bryn Shander. Okay, Bryn Shander. Yeah?
He nods.
Okay. And waits until everybody took their pill and has disappeared.
So does everyone swallow the pill?
Yeah.
Aha, it was a cyanide capsule.
Haha.
Yes.
Yes, this is what I
no.
wanted.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so...
Well, the slime doesn't die from the cyanide, but he is now trapped in a room with Tiamat, so...
Yeah. So,
not much better.
Bad news. You swallow the pills, and in a burst of nothingness, nothing happens.
Okay, is the door still closed?
Yes. Everyone give me a quick Arcana check. Let's see if anyone can figure out what it is.
Oh, now I have to have 3 character sheets open.
Oh god, now I need to get 3 character sheets open.
Oh no.
Come on, between you, I shouldn't have to roll on Rotala's sheet. There you go. Woofy's got the job done.
Let's wait and see if other characters get the job done too.
Well, that's pretty good. But
Uh,
ooh, Squib, very good.
Oh, the last one is
30,
Ori.
32.
Ori is very good.
What a lad.
And there's one left to go.
And he made it especially compared to Nuru that had a bonus of 10 and got a 15.
So Smoothie's like a 32. Wolf has a 28.
You know what? I think it makes sense for Smoothie to be the one who shouts it out. Well, you don't have to shout it out, but Smoothie, you've basically just realised. Wait, we're in the domain of a true god. You can feel. You can if you pay attention, you can feel it much more, but you can very barely feel that. It's almost like the flow of magic is being completely controlled here.
So
Well,
we have to get beyond that door before it will actually do anything. Is that
Ray will say, "You guys go. I'll have a conversation with the big person."
No, will not work.
Everyone turns to the door and just shrugs at him like, "Yeah, we want to go."
Big door in way. Plus also, like, the amount of time you'll buy us against a true god is no time.
Is there some sort of lever?
It
Is
doesn't
there
seem
a-
to be.
Is there a button that
There's-
opens the door?
Do Smoothie or Wolf's massive arcana give them any idea of how to open the door out of here? Smoothie, who has like maximum dragon god knowledge.
The squib no?
I mean, again, being very honest with you, Smoothie would get the feeling that the person who controls whether or not the door opens or closes is most likely Tiamat.
Alright, so we just have to talk down a really angry true god.
Ray will start approaching where Tiamat is.
Okay, because you've done that, can everyone roll me a perception check?
Well, it was nice
Who
knowing
worried
you.
there for a second? Think I was going to say initiative.
I wasn't worried because I don't think you'd call initiative. I just think you'd say, and then you all die.
Oh no, definitely got a call initiative.
That's kind of how I think it would go. Because
Wait, I've just crit twice.
Yay!
Come on, Aurora, don't let us down. You're
Again,
actually better at this than the other two.
ironically,
Aurora does beat their scores.
nice. Ironically, Smoothie getting the crit makes sense narratively. Okay, so Raymond has a walk forward, which draws some of the gaze towards the group, which immediately Smoothie and Anthony were like, "We literally said, don't let her notice us." Smoothie, sort of Aurora, and although not understanding essentially like the context, woof woof, you all notice the eyes of the, like, there's two heads currently looking at you, and the eyes of them seem to be searching the party.
What are they looking for?
That's a good question.
How close am I to Tiamat?
Just
Roughly.
don't worry about distance in this. What are you wanting to do or see?
Okay. Ray will sort of move off to one side a little bit and say,
Hello there.
"Hello there." Oh, great and powerful Tiamat. I've come to bargain.
You seem to be currently being ignored.
Smoothie is going to attempt his rope trick mastery to see if he can create a rope trick.
I have come to bargain.
Well, seemingly, Smoothie, it seems like the rope trick's working.
Sweet. I'm gonna climb up and see what's inside the rope trick now.
When you
Is it more Tiamat?
yes, when you climb up, you see the feet of your friends.
Hi,
I
Smoothie.
will
How'd you get
then,
down there?
The new rope trick, create another rope trick. And I'm just gonna keep climbing up things, panicking, trying to get out of here.
Smoothie's just climbing up a rope forever, constantly coming back into the same room.
Yeah, there's
Grabbing onto
there's an
the next
infinite
leg.
rope going between that floor and the roof.
Think, huh, weird. Well, I'm sure that'll sort itself out.
Help, 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 help.
Well, we need to. Okay, somehow we need to convince Tiamat to open door. How we do? Anyone get any suggestions?
Can
I will-
anyone think of any suggestions? Is there a role we could do to try and think of suggestions?
We
What
asked
I-
nicely.
You could go for investigation.
I'm here to offer you my eternal servitude in order for you to let these people go.
Oh,
I- Anthony will also point out, before the stuff went down, she was just gonna let us go.
That's true. Anthony will say this.
we didn't. What went down? We didn't do anything.
I did stuff.
Okay, let's have a very quick recap of what happened. So, basically, for some weird reason, a portal managed to open just before the group appeared, weirdly enough. Who knows how everyone managed to teleport, because you guys don't. But, so, Tiamat had decided that the two of them would go free. But she'd also decided that she wanted the ship for her treasure. And in the moment before you guys teleported in, another big friend teleported in. Or rather clawed their way in. A big jet friend.
Oh,
What
right.
friend?
The jet dragon.
Dad.
Yes. Who essentially ripped a hole in reality and basically think of it as a bit like what's happening to Smoothie right now, except more vertical. Claw in, claw out, ship gone. Then suddenly, big chicken! And then all of
Do
you.
we recognize this chicken?
Oh yeah, you know the chicken because the big chicken's your friend.
Oh, hi. Hey, chickie.
Currently the chicken is being roasted by Tiamat.
Oh, that's never good.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oops.
Poor Chicky. Is Chicky alive or is Chicky?
Chicky is alive because they have a certain dark powers blessing.
Okay.
But it still hurts.
The chicken is shouting in Draconic, "Why are you doing this to me?"
What little you can pick up from what Tiamat's saying, she seems to be blaming the chicken and you guys for what just happened.
But we didn't have anything to do with what just happened. Eh.
He did nothing.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what happened. We didn't do anything.
We just want to be gone.
So what you're saying is you're drawing more attention to yourselves.
No, it's the chicken shouting.
Yeah, but I meant like the other people.
No.
No, Ray will move slightly further out and say, "I did nothing, you heretic."
Okay, give me another perception check, everyone. This time with
Oh, no.
advantage. Because a thing's happening.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Everyone likes
Uh,
things.
I got a nat 20 for a 19.
Nice.
27 from Squib.
Ooh, Dare had a horrific roll.
Horrific.
I mean, it was a 6.
I imagine it's what's about to happen to my character is going to be rather horrific. Unless Tiamat, like, just go.
You're sort of just being ignored. Let's see, who got high rolls? Squib?
Give me a second. There's still one left to go.
Ray got a high score.
Not great.
So, sure. So, I would say that again, fucking Smoothie, Woofy, and Squib. Notice that two of the heads seem to be now staring at an individual.
Which person?
Which one?
Is
Rotala?
no. Try again.
there?
Aurora?
Staring at
Yes, Aurora.
Or is it Aurora?
No! Baby! Not
Smoothie is now-
baby!
Smoothie is now like standing in front of Aurora and trying to get other people to also stand in front of Aurora. to
Anthony
block
is
her
standing in
side.
front of
Yeah,
Aurora.
yeah, Melissa's. So is
Actually,
Melissa.
Anthony's gonna pick Aurora up so in case of having to run away emergencies.
What are you currently doing?
Five-headed dragons that aren't you are my favorite kind of dragon.
Yeah, they're her favorite for lunch.
You're
Okay.
not a proper dragon.
What about the rocks in this area? Are they magic? Can they be destroyed? The slime tries to attack the ground. Is it effective? Because the slime is a siege monster?
It is sort of effective. It's
Okay.
not. You get the feeling that it isn't like super enchanted magic, but it has been suffused with magic by just being in proximity to her for so long.
Okay, maybe we can try and mine our way around the door. It seems to be a better plan than trying to reason with Tiamat.
I'm not trying to reason with Tiamat. I just called Tiamat a heretic. Again.
Christian, just lovely little dear boy, can they give me a history with advantage? Oh, this is where you don't get any law if you roll low. No law for you.
I would like to give Dare +5.
Law for you.
Law.
Just for a split second, while Dare you're looking at like Tima, like why she seems so interested in Aurora. You remember the fact that you were told that there's some sort of spark of some kind in Aurora, keep her safe. You remember, it's like all of that, the memories of that dream you had flash back in a second, and you're like, something important. She spark or something.
Oh yeah, Aurora can open interdimensional portals. Aurora, try and open an interdimensional portal or whatever.
Aurora will concentrate real hard thinking about opening an interdimensional portal.
You
Crunches up that cute dragon face, just like...
You see like a portal appear, and you look through it, and you see your own backs.
God damn it.
I mean, that information was nice, but that already was in my head, but I still don't know what we can do to protect Aurora.
I know, I'm
standing in front of...
I'm just letting that be part of your current knowledge.
Okay, I suggest we go back to the trying to dig underneath or around the door plan. So I guess we should start digging.
Rotala have any idea to get out of here?
He is... You just see like such a perplexed look on his face of just like... He's just like... He is looking backwards and forwards between them, and he's like... I don't want her to notice me. Why is she only looking at the little dragon. Does anyone know?
What's her eh,
Scribble
can
comment that.
can we
Oh,
read
sorry.
her intent basically? Like, what does her gaze look like? Does it look angry? Does it look like confused? Does it look I don't know, malicious? Full of motherly love?
You see two different expressions on the two heads that are looking, which are the white and the green. One of them looks sort of confused and interested, while the other, the green one, looks absolutely furious.
Bahamut is the better dragon, changed my mind.
And what did Rotala say?
He asked, does anyone know why Tiamat would be interested in Aurora?
Baby dragon save world in future from bad stuff that will occur.
Dare flies up to his ear and whispers in his ear, also she might have, like, divine stuff from you. Maybe.
Squib's also going to comment that Aurora's not a typical moon dragon. She's, like, different from the ones he's encountered in the past.
From the whisper in his ear, for the first time, you see genuine panic on his face as he looks towards Aurora. And then he starts bolting in the opposite direction of all of you.
Why are you
what is the
running?
opposite direction of standing people?
Basically,
I mean, I would say the
away
opposite
from
direction of
Tiamat?
where we are is towards Tiamat.
yeah, pretty much he's running parallel away from you and towards Tiamat, but not like straight at her. So if you think of it as like a circle, he's running around.
We will follow him.
Yeah, and we're gonna follow up speed. Why you run?
I'll follow.
When you go to chase after him, a very janky wall appears in your way. It might be fire, it might be force. It looks really messed up.
I mean,
can I run up the wall, or
Sure.
can I either run up or through the wall?
The wall doesn't exist. Move on.
Fair enough.
The wall does
Runs
exist.
To keep up with him.
Nope, I counterspell his wall.
Sure, give me a roll.
At 5th level, it's gone. Fuck off.
That's not how the spell works.
That is how counterspell works.
No, you have to give me a roll if the spell is a higher level.
You said it was either force or fire, which are both gone with a 5th level counterspell. Right?
Maybe
Unless you
he's
cast it with a high
upcasting it.
level spell slot.
Just roll. There's a decent chance you counterspell like anything anyway with counterspell, even at a 3rd level. Just because you can roll higher than a 20, which means you can counterspell higher than 9th level.
It's just an
spell.
intelligence check, so it's like.
Yeah. It's definitely gone, unless it's
just
an
a 3rd
11th level
slot.
spell.
That's bullshit.
Wait, what? What? Lots of talking there.
He's counterspelling, and he counterspells any spell below 11th level.
Which does not exist. So the wall doesn't exist, so we go after him.
Sure.
Fuck that dragon. Fuck that coward dragon.
Where did the wall come from? Did he cast something? Did
Yes.
Tiamat cast something?
You
I
saw
tried to
that came
cast
from
it.
him.
I ask why he run.
He's too far away for you to casually ask that.
He is
What?
not far away.
I mean,
How can he be further away from Anthony?
I know he
235
can catch up. I'm saying right now, he has run away. You have began going after.
Okay. I will
Okay, so
run
Anthony
as
catches
fast
up and
as
asks him a
possible.
question, which is
Ask
what
a
he just did.
Okay,
Please answer
sure.
his question.
That is different.
That is exactly
Sure.
what you just was implying.
I run up and ask a question. What is response?
He says you need to get away quickly.
Why? From what?
For me.
From you? Why?
Anthony, you can very clearly see. No one else can see this because you're like up close to him, so you can tell. You can see that the red scales seem to be sort of changing to become. They almost look more like glass-like.
Are you gonna explode or something?
No, I'm going to distract Tiamat.
Oh, okay. Give us a heads up next time, and then Anthony will run back and tell everyone that. But what should we do to escape?
If we just said that, I would have wasted the counter spell. What the fucking loser that guy is. Says the dog.
Fuck you, dog.
We still don't have a plan to escape.
The next thing you notice is you see him transform into. So I think only Melissa stayed awake during the dragon thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You very clearly recognize the shape. Everyone else sort of recognizes it as the thing that was over Brinchander, but a lot smaller. But it's very clearly the visage of a ruby dragon, which shock, horror, completely takes Tiamat's attention.
Okay.
When Anthony comes back and tells us, can we? I don't know. There should only be one escape, right? Like, I don't know. Isn't there only one
Chicken,
door?
can you get us out? You got in somehow.
Which character was saying that, Christian? Who has the bastards? Can you give me a quick investigation with advantage? Sure. You can basically see three things in this cavern. You can see massive gold door. On the far end, another massive gold door. And you can also tell that there is a massive hole that Tiamat is essentially over.
Fuck it, run for the hole.
She's standing over a hole.
Less standing, more bound.
Are we gonna run into the hole?
Hey, what do you mean by less standing, more bound?
She's bound.
Like, even if she's bound, she's still standing.
Is she like chained over the hole or something?
Yes.
Okay.
But she's hovering over it, or
Yes.
Ray will just start running towards the hole.
Is she chained as in suspended?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
And it's the
That's an uncomfortable one.
yeah, it's the heads that are moving less than the body. Oh, more
What looks
than the
like
body.
it's down the hole?
A lot of shit. Toilet.
You can't really see anything, but there is a red glow.
Well, better than getting maimed by her, I guess.
True. It's better than getting instantly obliterated by a god. So may as well.
Can you try to use? I don't know if it works, but let me just check. If everybody's more or less huddled together, can I use the dust of disappearance on everybody?
You can remind me what
Which
that
makes
does.
Invisible for 2d4 minutes?
Sure.
I mean,
We should probably have true sight, but...
I thought I was a fair bit off everybody else, given that.
Okay, then everybody but Ray.
Anyway,
Friendly Devil is still there, also Friendly Devil, but...
he looks terrified.
so we're in agreement. We're all gonna go down the hole then.
Well, we're at least gonna head for the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
In the
Go to the
distance, you
hole.
can see many elemental blasts. Everyone give me a quick perception as well.
Perception.
This is a fun roll, which you, at least Day has noticed. And Nuru.
What about Ori?
What is
No.
it?
Ori is pressing his face into Nuru's side again.
Big dragon! Second less big dragon. Wow, Smoothie did not do well. Aurora, that's an interestingly high roll.
I think it's only a 19. It's only a
Yeah, it's
19.
19's still interesting. That might have connotations later. Basically the people who got the 16 and above, you notice one very strange thing as you like take in the scene of a bunch of elemental blasts. You do notice one of the heads constantly smacking at the others. So if you think of it as like, you know, Godzilla beam in fight, then thing knocks mouth out of the way and beam goes wrong direction.
Which
So one of
head
the
is
heads
it?
is trying to save, basically, or stop them from hitting. It looks like.
Yes. It
Which
is
head is it? Which
Whitehead.
Sorry. Ah.
The one that was looking earlier that looked confused at Aurora. So
Alright.
The white head has the motherly love.
maybe. Definitely not redhead.
Hall. How we do, Hall?
Before you stands a grand chasm.
What's inside the chasm? Can we see the chasm?
Darkness and red glow at bottom.
Rainbow drum.
Okay, now how does everyone else feel?
I can
So if
feather
there
fall
are
some
five-
people.
I can
Okay.
feather fall some people.
So if there
Okay,
are five
that should be fine.
heads,
That should be fine, more than enough then, because
Yeah,
five
the
separate-
slime can fly, and a bunch of other people can fly. So
yeah, Dare can fly,
Yeah.
and
and between
if sorry,
Hmm?
Melissa has a lot of hit points.
Fuck it, jumping.
yeah,
yeah,
jumping.
everybody's jumping.
Okay, YOLO.
How deep is this hole?
How deep
How
is your
deep is
hole?
this hole?
Yeah, a lot of feather falling going on.
It's
Yep.
fine, just wait until you're about to hit the ground and activate it.
Exactly.
You-
Yeah,
Then
so
you,
Dare is diving down with everybody at the same speed, and so he can catch himself when they arrive close to the floor with his wings, and will
Slime will do
feather
a
fall
similar
other
sort
people.
of thing.
The professor will feather fall everybody when we're getting close enough.
Oh my god, it's a blank void.
not the blank void.
Oh god, where are we now?
I can't see
Wait.
maps because I have too
I
many
mean,
character
I-
sheets.
I can see what's happening. It's like a city,
my
and
God.
there are a lot of skulls in the walls.
Are we
And
in the
big
That's what
second layer of
cathedral.
hell?
looked like after lockdown.
It doesn't look like this. This would be more of a big city, although it could be a bit of a big
I
city.
mean, it's
suppose.
outside of a city, potentially.
True,
It
I have
also
no idea
could
what
be a
this looks
different
like.
place.
Question.
true. There's a high.
Question.
I'd say there's a reasonable chance it's not this.
If we're no longer, if we no longer feel like we're inside Tiamat's total domination of magic, do the plane shift things go off and teleport us away?
They do not. You've took
Plane
far
up
too long.
hills. TM.
We did that about
Yeah.
as quickly as we could possibly do, and it was too long, sadly.
Oh well. So, can we do an Arcana check to try and figure out where we are?
You indeed can.
Okay.
Or a religion. Actually,
Religion also works. Which kind of gives away where you are. And that Joseph's wrong.
Oh, fair enough.
Melissa is not knowledgeable of this particular circle of hell, unfortunately.
Smoothie has no clue what the fuck's going on. Aurora
Really?
might. And
Nuru knows what the fuck's going on.
Neo Gigante also pretty good.
Yeah.
This is my holiday cottage.
Ori doesn't know what's going on.
Always look forward to Ori's rolls.
He doesn't have many proficiencies yet.
So, how do I word this? With those 3 who did well, you are pretty sure that you have passed through one layer and entered the second layer of hell. Or better.
We are in this.
There is much lava everywhere. It is incredibly hot. Dear, you don't notice anything.
Feels fine. It's lovely.
Dear lands in some lava and is like, "Oh, that was great for me back." Everyone's like, "You shouldn't be in that."
They're just swimming through it. La 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 la.
Slime agrees. This place is nice.
Should we head to the city to see if we can get a way out of here?
If so, some of the more vulnerable people, I can get out of here potentially now. I can banish you guys to your home plane.
Oh, that reminds me. I can banish someone, I think.
Oh.
Yes,
I can also twin that.
Ooh.
I
think.
can.
Also,
I can
sorry.
banish one person.
I can banish 4 people.
The-
No, 8
the
people.
The only thing is, I think we might have a problem with this person, and Rail gesture over to the devil if he's with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Why
devil.
do you
What about
guys-
the chicken? Did the chicken follow?
The chicken did not.
Oh.
I mean,
No.
the chicken is trying to follow, but the chicken is too fast
Yeah,
for the hole.
that is the actual explanation.
Oh no!
It would have to push Tiamat out of the way to get to the hole.
The professor can also banish 7 people.
Okay, sounds like which plane does Ori come from?
That's a question indeed.
Yeah, that would be the only problem.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Did everybody follow
Ori's
their
your
pills,
son,
right?
that's also true.
What?
Ori's your son, right? Surely he should be from the same plane as you. The professor will ask.
Okay, just for ease, everyone stick yourself on the map, just so we've got nice numbers.
By the way,
Where would we
Andrew,
come
out of
down?
Just anywhere. It's just the
out of
the
interest,
picture is more for like visual reference.
out
Oh,
of
when's-
interest,
Question:
Just
what was?
Owen, what are you asking? Please, you've tried to
Sorry.
ask 3 times.
does Melissa have her wool back yet, or is it just not on her?
I thought you had scales now.
Yeah, but it also had wool.
Yeah, like.
It's like there. He also has scales and wool, and fur, and thorns.
Okay, remind me what happened with the wall. What?
It got
Like-
fell off from Dare's weird
Yeah.
side effect. Dare was also naked.
Ah,
briefly.
yeah, yes, a bad sunburn.
When was that?
Debatable.
At vampire.
Age-
Okay,
Vampire battle.
your fur has started growing back in.
I would point out he says fucking ages ago, but it was 2 days ago.
Shut up, you!
It
Don't
feels
talk
like
about the timeline.
I'm sorry, Smoothie just knows exactly what time it is at all times, no matter where he is. It's not his own fault. He's
My
just smart
question-
like that.
My question is like, where's Kerbo and the people who are on the ship, like Tiny Walrus?
They were
Sadly, they're all dead.
yeah, they were still on the ship when it went bye-bye.
Oh no! Oh well.
Wait, no. No. Kerbo was just returning to his home plane.
True.
No, Kerbo's fighting it out with Tiamat right now.
No,
But
I
the
think
downside-
Kirby's technically with the jet dragon.
Yeah.
So the downside of banishing everybody is that we have no idea where they turn up.
Yeah, but wherever they turn up isn't hell, right?
No, but it could be
True.
inside of a volcano on the frontier plane.
I think it has to put you somewhere where you don't instantly die, otherwise that spell would be very different.
It technically doesn't specify that, but yes, I presume so.
Yeah,
It would be very, very mean of the DM to go like,
yeah.
Yes,
oh,
it
you're
would be
banished to
very
your
mean
own
of the
plane.
DM.
Oh, you're in a volcano.
Like, outside
It
of
would be
the
very
the
mean.
meta DM mention, I like to think that this is actually a conversation happening in person, like in character.
Oh, yeah. Nuro
Professor
would
Wolf is
argue
putting out
like
the
that.
diagrams that states that that definitely can't happen. Otherwise, people would die from getting banished all the time, which they.
And I
never
mean,
do.
what are the chances as well? I mean, there's not volcanoes everywhere. But
There's
you
like
could also be banished in the middle of the ocean.
There
Uh,
is ocean everywhere.
Where there are actually more volcanoes on average.
You can insight
Ooh.
from Andrew's past actions what kind of effect that using banishment has.
The will of we can insight the will of reality.
People went more home-ish, right? Like,
yeah,
more
usually it takes you
towards
properly
their
home.
actual origin.
When it happened to Anthony, he appeared in his foyer.
Yeah. Okay.
This
So-
is true.
Nuru would appear in the Feywild. Probably.
So yeah, I think we're gonna take the time and just do this banishment stuff to get ourselves out of here.
I mean, yeah, it's like, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Where many people will end up in weird places.
Oh, but to be fair, it's better to be separate but safe instead of all in hell and having no idea how to get out of hell.
I suppose.
Don't worry, we can totally find each other.
Okay.
I like your
trust you,
confidence.
magic people.
Okay, because Ori is one of the most vulnerable one, Dare will twin spell.
Wait, before what plane is Ori from? Real quick.
We don't know.
What does Ori
Can
say
we
to
ask-
that?
Yeah, what does Ori
telepathically?
say to this? Yeah, through
Uh,
psychic conversations.
Ori doesn't
Ori
quite
will
understand
say-
what you're asking.
I guess. doesn't it?
What did where you look like grow up? Sorry, where did you look? Where did the place you grew up
Trees?
look like?
Trees? We moved around a lot.
What
you wanna
color
be-
were the
ma-
trees?
What was that you said, sorry? What?
Color with the trees.
Color were the trees?
Rather than words, with the sighted connection, you see lots of different coloured trees.
Do we see like images of actually like where he grew up and stuff?
Sort of. Well, you do.
Can we?
But
Yeah, Can I try and use that like information to try and discern where he might have come from?
just give me a history. With advantage.
Okie dokie. 23.
Very good. You have no idea where, but you are fairly certain it looks like the material plane, or if not, probably one of the really like foresty, nice-looking planes, which are generally not that dangerous.
Okay.
That's what you can insight.
Apart from the Beastlands, which can be dangerous.
They can
I want
be.
to check. Can I check something a second? So, with the banishment stuff, it'll either are Dare and the Professor going to be able to like sync up the last banishment so they banish each other?
I think you can banish yourself, technically. It doesn't
Can
say
you?
that it has to be another person. It's one creature that you can see.
I mean, I do like that idea of you banishing each other.
I mean, I like the idea of banishing each other, which is why I was suggesting it. But like, I was just
Yeah,
like, is that?
I mean, that works as well.
I can banish myself.
Can you go for it?
Cool.
Oh.
So
I
we
would,
all
like,
we all
yeah,
get banished.
Dare would twin spell start with Nuru and Ori, hoping that if he does it twinned and they are holding on to each other, that will end up in the same space.
Wolf is going to start with Melissa because he sees a fellow
Alright.
animal.
Mm-hmm.
Smoothie and Aurora are going to be holding on to each other in the hopes that same thing works because their home is with each other.
Okay, then I will twin spell them as well. together.
I will grab the slime.
Who's
Dokie.
you?
No, I mean Wolf will get rid of the slime.
Oh, okay.
Boy.
Ray, you said you were getting yourself, right?
I can get myself.
So what does that leave out at the moment? I can't. It's Anthony.
And Squib.
Anthony, Squib, the devil looking very worried suddenly.
Who's like, he will not be able to be banished, really.
Uh,
But at least
I
he's
didn't
in
think of
Dis,
that.
which is much nicer than Avernus.
Is it?
It's a city versus a wasteland, so
in theory, this is better for you. We tell him to go wandering off towards the city.
it's slightly better.
Nobody's
Slightly.
bullying you here. They don't know you. Go.
He just like very sadly starts walking off in the direction of what looks like a city far in the distance.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, we can save a spell slot and I can twin spell the last two, like Anthony and whatever thing his name is.
Squib.
Squib.
Yeah, you go for that, and then
Together, and then we banish each other at the end.
Boop.
I give the little doggo a hug before we banish each other.
Weirdly, the professor not knowing why he does it likes you, and then he's like, why did I do that?
Alright.
We're on a circle around the bearded devil.
It's all planned.
And Dare apologizes to the devil before he disappears.
I haven't gone yet, technically. I haven't cast anything yet.
Sure, you're by yourself, technically in Dis. There's still a devil in the distance, but otherwise you're by yourself. It's very hot.
Can I try and catch up to the devil?
Sure.
And new character.
Ray will say when he catches up. If you want, I can try and get us out of here.
He has a flicker of hope in his eyes. What is your idea?
Okay, so you know your way around here roughly, right?
Not in the slightest. Never been to Dis.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember what you were like before have you always been like this?
You see him like scrunchy his like brow and thinking, and he seems to be really struggling to remember. It's like I can sort of remember. I used to be a soldier in the war, but I can't really remember much before the fight with the Vrock.
Yeah. One second, I've just got to read something. I was gonna that's kind of rubbish, that idea. In your previous life when you were a soldier, you didn't happen to die within the last minute, if you can remember that, do you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Want to revivify the devil? Don't think that works.
I mean, for the amount of time it would have taken for him to become the devil, that would have been more than a minute.
The time since we've known him.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's
besides
been
the obvious.
Yeah. I'll say.
Don't split the party. What does Andrew do? Splits everyone.
Every single person, yeah. Tell Lawrence, tell him to like and subscribe, and then banish yourself.
Actually, Lawrence, give me a quick Arcana. Let's see. I'll give you one chance. There is one thing you can technically do. Well, fucking done.
What's the opposite of that idea? That's what he has.
You think that
yes,
killing him might free him?
Way it does.
Yeah, in a way.
I have two ideas. One, I could kill you and free you from this torment.
I'm not tormented.
Or we can go and speak to the leader of that place and see if they would be willing to let us go from this place.
We can try.
Let's go talk to them.
Excellent. And it cuts away because that is a whole thing. Spoilers.
That's a whole
Do you want to know what happens to those two?
They die.
They end up enslaved.
Uh,
Because people there, not the nicest.
yeah.
Ray could have banished himself at any moment.
I mean, he still can.
When somebody brings up slavery,
He's like, oh yes, please.
Ray will go.
Peace out, bro.
I'll be back for you later, and cast banishment on himself.
Okay. Well, at least only one person got enslaved.
Makes a peace symbol and then just fades out of existence.
Nice meme, bro. Alright, now for the most horrible part. Let's go down the characters. Let's start with the slime. What does the slime class as home? Because this is a really difficult question, given what we've now decided the slime's backstory is.
Yeah. I guess technically the tomb, like that little vat in the tomb, is technically home.
Okay. Melissa, what do you class as home?
Well, a huge immortal mansion with billions to go. No. It would be her field with her family in.
Good. I'm glad you said that. Because if you happen to have said the town that you originally came from, that would have been real bad. Sure. Ignoring Ori, what are Nuru's thoughts on... What are his thoughts on the process and, like... Is he wanting to go to where Ori is from? Does he want Ori to go... Like, what's he thinking as this process goes off?
He, in a slightly weirdly, unusually for him defined manner, doesn't think that necessarily the Winter Court would be the best place for Ori, so he kind of tries to influence it towards the icicle thing, because that's the next best place that he has as home.
Okay. Can you give me a quick explanation of what his current thoughts are? As in, like, does Nuru currently have, like, very fatherly, like, worried about Ori and that type of thing?
He's very confused. But he is... he has a feeling of duty and responsibility. It's not quite it's not the automatic like father reflex has kicked in as in love and nourish, but more of this is your child, this is your responsibility, you have to take care of him and do that to the best of your like it's more of a responsibility than a love
Okay,
feeling
yeah,
right now.
that makes a lot of sense. All right, this is very complicated because next up, Smoothie and Aurora. So
So,
what's in their heads?
so the thing is, like, there are two places that Smoothie and Aurora think of as home at the moment. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is a spaceship that has been taken by which is the place that like Aurora was turning into a den, and it's like kind of where Smoothies felt most comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other place is actually like the farmstead that was the first home that that Smoothie and Aurora sort of lived in together when she was just a baby. So it was like the place that she's most comfortable with. So depending on how you rule plane shift working, like this, I'll see what you do with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Funnily enough, yours is actually probably the easiest one to work out, even though it shouldn't be. This is gonna be awkward. What about Woofy? Where's Woofy from?
So, Wolfie's home is trying to remember the name of the city. Why can I not remember the name of the city?
It's the city with the big magic school. Oh, what's it called? It's on Toro. Can't remember the name of it.
I think I know which one you mean, but I also can't remember.
Diagon Alley. Let's
No,
just call it that.
not Strixhaven.
No, it's there's a city on Toro with a large magic academy, but I can't remember which one it was. But it's like he taught there for like 30 years, and that's the place where he lived most of his time until he became a dog. So that's kind of like the place he always thought of as home, and the place he'll return to. But I can't remember what it's called, and I can't find a proper map of this fucking world.
Because there's only the Sword Coast, you know that.
The Sword Coast is the only place that exists.
Next one, actually very easy, I imagine. Where does Dare count as home?
Since they hadn't settled down anywhere yet, technically he feels at home with his friends, but if it has to be a place, it would still be his den underneath the inn.
Sure.
I guess.
I know how to word yours. Worry. Also, I just remembered, one of these characters is not going to be rejoining the party. Looks at the next two people and realizes one of them is from a different world.
Yeah, one of them is from Dragonlance, so...
Did you enjoy playing as this character for a little bit?
Well, they existed. At least that was a thing.
They still exist and they can still make their way back, but... Hint, hint, they're gone for a bit. You wanted to play a fish, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it the College of Magic and Arms in Everesca? Sorry. Just looking for Magic Academies.
It might be. Like, the one I found was like the Conclave of Silvery Moon, but I'm not sure if that's actually in like the right place.
Lawrence.
Hello.
Explain Raymond.
I mean, we could just say Candlekeep to get like having to deal with this stuff.
What is you know, it's in the title of Descent into Avernus.
Elturel.
Elturel, there we go.
Sure, that's easy enough. What are his current thoughts as he's escaping the slavery and casting it on himself?
He'd be thinking about going back to get the devil, but also getting out of there, I guess.
Sure. You're gonna find something interesting.
It is Silvery Moon. The place is Silvery Moon that I was thinking of.
Now for the fun one. One of these characters, very easy to answer. The other, sort of easy, but more complicated. Anthony and Squib. Thoughts?
Anthony is like torn between two locations. It's either it's either Amanato's domain, because that's where his family is, and also his mansion, because that's where his like family's homeland is. Squib is technically it's a burnt ruin in Dragonlands. So, yeah.
Goodbye forever. Until they come back later.
Yeah. Yeah,
Again,
I'm just gonna close
that
character sheet.
That character does know how to get back. So that's not me saying no character for you. This is just them's the way the dice roll.
Very true.
Okay. I may as well delete Mr. Devil.
There's Fishy Boy. I'll get his character sheet ready.
I don't think I've got a map for the entire Sword Coast. I really should have had something like that by now. Okay. Well, let's just stay in hell for a bit. Okay, so let's go down them. Easy enough. Let's start from the left. Nuru, you appear. You see a child with a very pained look on their face as you look down and realize that you were like so tightly holding onto them.
I release him somewhat and have a look where I am. Or where we are.
You're sitting around. You're sitting around? How are you sitting around? You're sitting at a campfire, and there are lots of people around you.
Do I know any of these people?
Doesn't look like it. It's like a big mix of different races, but it seems like it doesn't seem like it would be fair. It's more like humans, halflings, some elves, the occasional dwarf, things like that. You can assume you are likely on the material plane.
Are any of them surprised to see us sitting next to them?
They haven't noticed yet. Because just for fun, because fucking Smoothie loves it, it is currently dark nighttime. So essentially, you both appeared sitting on a log around the campfire. They haven't noticed that there's two new people yet.
Okay.
Breaks out into spooky story.
I mean, Nuru would be good at those. Without even meaning to be.
Have you ever heard the story of the two ghosts with a child and a father that suddenly appear out of the woods?
Oh no, tell me more!
Can he just listen in for now, what they're saying? Like, just pretending as if they've always been there.
Yeah, you listen in, and it seems to be just like a lot of frivolity, people laughing, joking. There is some people like telling different ghost stories, and you can hear other people just sharing stories and stuff like that. Give me a quick insight for your perception.
But an insight or my perception?
Insight. It makes sense to me. Excellent. That's a very good roll. While you're looking around, you see lots of... They look like caravans. Not modern ones, old-timey ones.
Yeah.
You would sort of assume that this seems to be some sort of, like, traveling group. You can't infer much more than that. But you're like in the middle of a forest. If they are travelers, this is likely where they've just like camped down for the night.
What's the climate that we're at right now?
Pretty nice. It's, like not too hot, not too cold.
Ah, okay. I was going to say you're not in Barovia or anything.
No. Unless.
That'll be where I end up.
I mean that. Not Barovia, but that was the place that Melissa could have ended up.
He'll just, at some point when one of the scary stories end, he'll just chime in and tell a scary story of his own.
Give me a performance.
I don't think I've ever actually properly played through that campaign before.
Oh, you. So there's like adults and children. You notice, and like I know, it's not shown so much on him, but he kind of enjoys that he notices that he tells a really scary story. A bunch of kids laugh at it, and you scare the shit out of a bunch of the adults.
He would enjoy that.
It's all about debt. Oh. They seem like they warm up to you very quickly. You get the feeling that they still haven't noticed that you don't belong. You can likely infer that a lot of these people might come and go.
Can I surreptitiously try to figure out where they're heading afterwards by chatting with some of them after the story is finished?
Yeah, sure. They don't seem to really have like a set place they're going. You word it as like you're interested in what places we could visit, trying to get a lay of the land. They do seem to be heading to the west though, because there's apparently a bunch of like big cities on some coast. Well, they come from far in the east, so they have no idea about this place. Apparently, good money to be made though.
Fair enough. Could have done that from the get-go, but can I think after a while he gets a bit bored and feels that this might be a bit of a waste of time, and he'll just. There's still no no active teleportation circle, right? And thingy got the one from there. Does he know, by any chance, the one in Brinchanda?
I think. Oh wait, no, he doesn't. The other Nuru does.
Would Rotala? No, the other Nuru got the one in Waterdeep. But
right.
Would they have gotten the one in Brinchanda?
Yes, then.
Because you automatically get one, I think, once you get the spell, right? So Brinchanda would probably made the most sense.
I have no idea about that, but yes, you would have been taught the Bryn Shander one.
Okay.
But before you like start doing that, you do like you see like a couple of people like pointing out that it looks like and then they're like, your son, is it? He's like fallen asleep by the campfire. One of the people does come up and ask where you're from, because they weirdly recognize the kid.
And I would stop casting whatever I started casting. I was like,
It's just like
what do you
casting
mean you
magic.
recognize the kid?
I don't know. He looks like a kid that used to travel with us years ago.
Was there anything unusual about that kid?
Oh yeah, he did grow wings that one summer. That gave his mother quite a start. Especially when he nearly fell off that cliff when the wings stopped working. And that you see like a look on his face of like, ugh, no, I'll stick to the ground. He says that they're not really sure. She seemingly disappeared with the child some time ago. And he's like, he does look really familiar. The age sort of lines up. Ooh, could you be the father that we never met?
He completely confidently says, yes, of course I am the father. Did Ori react in any way when he saw those people?
He seemed quite pleased, although he hasn't seen the person that recognizes him because he's fell asleep.
Yeah, but beforehand, I mean, even just a group of people, he might have recognized one or two, or recognized the cards, or anything.
He did. Well, hard for you to pick up, but he did seem to. He was like immediately at ease when you arrived.
Okay. Then Nuru will stay for now and try to figure out what he can about the mother and Ori and stuff. Since I don't think he has any direct orders at the moment, right?
No, this one doesn't.
Okay.
Cool.
Then he'll stay there for now.
So you're gonna.
Like a few days, maybe just a day, but
yeah, enough time to ask a couple of questions, learn a couple of things.
Yeah, figure stuff out and see what Ori wants.
Cool. Let's go on to next person in line. Ray, you have appeared not in Elturel, but near to its borders.
Okay.
You can. Weirdly, there's quite a strong smell of sulfur.
Okay. Ray will start heading towards the city.
Sure.
Can he actually see the city from here?
Oh yeah, you can see the city. You're not that far out.
Can he see what might the source of the smell be?
Yeah, it's weird. There's like a mountain range of sorts. And there's like a really big crack in the side of it. Not like big enough to like fit through or anything. It's like quite tall. And it seems like the smell is coming from there.
Okay. I'd like to head over to the edge of the hole.
Sure. The closer you get to the crack, the stronger the smell is.
Yeah. I'd like to peer down into the hall.
Sure. Give me a quick... Oh my god, I'm gonna need 2 rolls. Can you give me a advantage history first? And... I guess...
It's 60.
I mean, that's better than the 0.
Yeah.
Can you give me investigation as well?
Okay. Can I intimidate the hole for a plus 14?
I'm gonna say no.
It's a 1.
Well, thankfully you got an okay roll for the history. You're not 100% sure, but you think this might have been the spot that the angels did their initial charge into the hells. So this might be a nexus point of sorts that is still possibly linked to Avernus. But from what you can see, the entrance is very, very small. You may be able to do something with it in the future, but that's what you can infer.
Okay, I'll then head back on to the city.
Mm-hmm. The city seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah.
They're still rebuilding even after all this time, but it is a big city.
Yeah, Ray would like to try and see if his house is still there.
Sure. So how long has it been since Ray has been to Elturel?
Oh, how long has he been adventuring with the group?
Was it before Descent that he left?
Yes.
Okay, so it was before the city vanished, and now after it's come back. So
yeah.
it's been 2 years, I think. I think that's how long was said that had been. You eventually find your house. It looks very different, almost as if it's been almost completely rebuilt from the skeleton. And you can see a really nice looking family through the window. Nice orc family. You want more porridge? Yes, Dad, I want more porridge. That's a good boy. Grow up strong like mother. Just the mother's just hulking in the corner.
This is going to be awkward.
You daughter, eat porridge. No, daughter wants to not be strong. Daughter wants to be smart. No, daughter of mine, smart, strong. What's Ray doing?
I'll knock on the front door.
Yeah. A big burly woman comes to the door. It's another, like a big female orc.
Hello there.
She's like barely fitting with the door frame.
How goes it? How are you? Are you okay?
Do you speak orcish grunt? Funny enough, yes.
No, common or Sylvan?
You see her like really difficultly turn around in the doorway. And then you see like the dad that you saw before come out. What you want?
I want.
You want porridge?
Yes, yes. Can I have some porridge, please? I've heard you have the best porridge in town.
It's the same porridge everyone have, but okay. He walks back in and walks out and hands you like a bowl of porridge. You want honey?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you little girl as well. He squirts honey into it.
I must get vengeance.
It's just they're just they're from another time. They're an older generation.
Yes, but any slice that Ray perceives.
Okay, what do you want now?
So, what made you think that I'm a little girl?
Because little girl has honey on porridge.
What if I told you that I have recently fought someone that would really like honey in porridge, that could wipe out this entire city in the blink of an eye if he really wanted to? Someone much, much stronger than you.
You one of them bards. You tell pretty stories.
Come on, let me tell you a pretty. Let me come in and tell you a pretty story.
Yeah, come in. Very friendly here.
There
does seem to be a very, like, jovial, like, kind aura in Elturel. Almost as if all the people who are there are very grateful to not be in hell.
I'll step into the house. Did I hear the I presume the daughter say that she wants to become smart?
Yeah, the window was open, so you heard the conversation.
Okay. I will say to everyone that can understand me, I hear that there are some people here who wish to go and become strong through their intellect.
Ah, pansies. Yes, yes, yes.
What if I could make them smart and strong?
So you are girl. Man wants strong, girl wants smart.
Do you want me to show you how strong I am?
You want arm wrestle?
I'll get my sword out and attack him.
Sure.
That escalated quickly.
Really did. Sure. You attack the unarmed older gentleman and chop his arm off. He starts screaming for security guards' help. And he's just constantly screaming with his arm chopped off.
Can I swipe at him again?
Yeah? Might not be going to slavery, but he's gonna end up in a cage nonetheless. So, what are you swiping at?
His neck.
Sure. Before your blade hits, you see the wife's hand stop the blade and just crush it in her hand. To you, it felt like you'd smacked a wall, like a brick wall, with the sword when it hit her hand.
That is one strong woman.
She
is
very strong.
She is very strong.
Hmm.
So what's the plan, big boy?
Can she make a wisdom saving throw DC 17
Sure.
as I cast Hold Person?
Sure, let's just roll a d20. Sure. Dumb DM, I forgot I put that. Okay, she's currently not moving. You can also hear that there seems to be, in the distance you can hear the gallop of horse hooves.
I'll
The crying of the children right next to you.
Oh yes, obviously.
um
Funnily
I'll
enough,
say to
the
the
boy is crying more than the girl.
I'll say to the girl, if you want to learn, come with me now, and I'll head out the back.
She
Does
just
this child go with the person who just cut her
Murder.
dad's arm off?
give me a second. Where's Rhea's sheet? I'm gonna cheat.
I mean, I'm not gonna try and fight anybody else because I've got no weapon left.
She stabs you straight through your back with the part of the great sword that was smashed off.
Well then.
I go unconscious.
Excellent. Turns out, smart girl still care about dad.
Yeah, understandable.
Well, that's fun.
Gotta put that arm on ice.
Oh yeah. Let's have a bit of fun, because this one's gonna be pretty short. The slime appears on a nice hill outside of an opening into a cave.
Be back in a minute.
Cool. Grow wings and look around for any features.
You instantly recognize that this was the place you were born.
Ah.
You're just
I
outside.
guess I'll try and head the same route I took to try and get to Brinchanda from wherever he was.
I mean,
'cause
you
I
were
know-
teleported.
This is true. Is there any form of civilization
Not
anywhere
close by.
near here?
It's almost like this particular place makes people not want to live here.
I'll fly high up and then I'll start heading in no particular direction, I suppose.
Sure. Excellent. See, told you that one was easy. Next, let's go for Woofy. You appear in a grand corridor. Graham? Has he died?
Hello, sorry.
Graham not
About
dead.
that. Yeah, no, I had the mute problems again.
Woofy has appeared in a very elegant long hallway.
Does he recognize the hallway?
He recognizes the hallway very well. It is the main foyer for his school, whatever the heck it was.
He's like, "Oh, good. I'm in the transmutation building. Oh, safe. No dragon here." Looks around and there's a big giant statue of a dragon. It's like, ah, shit! Oh, it's a statue. Oh.
Can I ask a quick question? Does anyone know what happened to Woofy? Like, in the school?
Several faculty members know, but he fled in shame. None of the students are aware.
Okay. Just so I know.
So, like, any students who see him just think there's, like, a dog with a monocle wandering around the school as he's trying to fight. Like, he's just, like, ambling his way back to his office to find something to then, like, find a way to, like, find out his teleportation grid to leave.
Sure, let's have a bit of fun. In the distance, you're like, alright, if it's left on here, then go down past the PA room. Yeah, so you start walking down, and you're just turning the corner to basically like the faculty offices, and you see a bunch of the other faculty hanging out, like, around the water cooler chatting sort of thing.
I will cast invisibility on myself.
Yeah, you overhear them bad-mouthing you as you go past.
They do not understand my genius. That is why they badmouth me. None of them won a prize for excellence in your field. Only I, before the mishap.
Hey,
How many of them have bones?
You get to your door, and you realise that, 1, it's shut, and 2, you're gonna have to jump to get to that handle.
Fuck. Is there anything nearby I might be able to stand on?
Depends. There's things you could move around, but you might draw attention when things started magically moving.
How embarrassed would I be if they noticed me?
Cause a distraction.
Or, with your knowledge,
Can't-
you could wait, because you know that
Is it like you're like the central bit where they're all standing around the water cooler, then it gets to the faculty doors. Could I like shift slightly so I'm out of view,
Mm-hmm.
even if I stop being invisible?
Yeah, you could do that. There's different
then I
things
can-
that you can hide behind.
Cool. Then I'm gonna cast pass wall and create a path through the wall into my office.
Nice. So you go around to the other side of the trophy cabinet, which you specifically asked and paraded to make sure it was put outside your office because it's got your trophies front and center in it. Go to the
my award for excellence in transmutation that I won 20 years ago. Never letting them live that one down.
Even now, since you've not been here for a while, it still looks like super spick and span because you'd polished it, you'd waxed it, you'd oiled it. So even now, it still looks the cleanest and nicest of all the trophies.
There's a glyph inside the cabinet that's like set. It's like a hidden, like an invisible servant on delay that just every day creates an invisible servant that like polishes the trophy. None of the other trophies, just my trophies.
Nice. You go to the other side, drop your invisibility, since you're obscured by the trophy cabinet, no one can see you, and you pass wall.
Create a gap through, move through, and close the pass wall, and then go over my teleportation circle.
Sure. What
And I'm like,
what is your intention?
my intention is the last place I know that everyone was, and the place I hope they all end up, because I assume they're local, right? Is to head to Brinchander.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. You don't know the exact... Oh wait, would he? You might have learned it. doesn't matter.
I-
Regardless.
I believe I should know it, but like if you want me not to, that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter either way. It was essentially the teleportation circle in Brinchanda is semi-secret, but you're familiar enough with the place that you can get there without any mishaps.
Sure.
So it doesn't matter if you know it or not.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I can ignore all of you. Excellent. Next up, everybody's favourite day. No, actually, it's quite spacious around you. It's just like pitch black though.
So dark vision doesn't help. Do I have dark vision? Oh yeah, I do have the goggles.
I don't think it helps because of it being pitch black. I think. I don't know.
Well, technically, it gives you dim light.
It's as if things are dimly lit.
Sure. So you can sort of see outlines. There's other things in here, like.
Does it look like my burrow?
No. It looks. I don't know. It looks like maybe a basement.
They built a basement where my burrow was, the bastards. I look for a staircase.
Sure, you managed to find a staircase. You make your way up, and you try to like open the doors at the top?
I gently push to see if it's locked or not.
You push, and a bit of light comes in, and you notice that there is a chain around the two handles on the other side. It's amazing that this place has a chain with a actual lock on it. It's like very modern.
That's new. I don't have many spell slots left. Can I turn into a fox and start whimpering loudly?
Loud whimpers. Sure. How long are you going to do that for, roughly?
A few minutes to see if anybody reacts.
Sure. That's long enough that someone would eventually notice. An older dwarven gentleman comes over. What's that noise? Hello? No, wait a minute. Scottish! He's Scottish because he's a dwarf. What's that noise? Sounds like a dying animal.
When I hear him, I start whimpering louder, as if I heard somebody and was like, help me, help me.
When you start getting louder and louder, he manages to pick up. And he walks over and sees like basically your nose poking out of the gap between the doors when you're pushing them open. He's like, "Oh, how did you get in there, little fella? It's that back to this voice again. Scottish. I can't do accents. I'm fucking useless. Does Graham like this? Graham, do you like my accent?
Which accent this time?
Scottish.
Oh, it definitely sounds like you're doing an accent.
How'd you get in there, little one?
Hello, Shrek. How are you doing?
Yeah, when he lets me out, I start unashamedly. It's just like, I don't know, doggy, happy, wag my tail, lick his face.
You're a weird looking one.
How do I look in fox form?
Essentially like that little picture. So like little fox with tiny little wings.
So he does have wings in his fox form?
Yeah. Just very, very tiny.
So basically I can't fly with them, but I still have them.
Yeah. Because why not? He takes you out of the room and suddenly there's noise everywhere. But you do recognise that you are indeed in the pub that you used to live under. He like sets you down on a counter and just puts some like little nibbles next to you.
Since I assume I am actually famished, I will devour whatever he puts in front of me, and um, yeah, just at some point when he's not looking, yeah, I will, if he lets me, like, rest after eating a little bit behind the counter, and when he's at the point where he's not looking, I quickly turn back, put a... Dare has no idea what money is worth, not really. Put 5 gold pieces onto his counter.
Oh, that's nice.
And will try to leave.
Sure. And from that point on, there was the rumors of the foxkin, some sort of spirit wandering through the night, and they think that they got very lucky because the small weird fox that appeared seemed to leave out almost as if magically, and the rumor goes that they think that the barkeep got off real lucky by treating them well, because it may have been an evil spirit that could have took awful vengeance on them.
And Steady was rewarded with 2.5 years wages.
He was rewarded with coins from a foreign land, which only added to the mystery. As you're leaving, you do see a familiar-looking dog in the distance.
Oh, is it
Woof,
thingy?
woof woof.
Woof, woof.
Yes.
Yeah, outside I will just turn back into my humanoid shape, run over to him, and go like, "We need to figure out if Rotala made it out of there. Do you want to come? Also happy to see that you managed to get back."
Yes, this was perfectly easy once I got back to my office. You'll find I have the teleportation coordinates for most cities in this continent. I am willing to assist you.
Has no idea.
You know,
I am willing
the
to
perks
assist
of
you.
being a teacher in a magical academy.
And then I'd run to the main buildings and try to figure out what happened here, and it seemed to be okay since people are just normally in the tavern.
Yeah.
I will follow.
Everything seems to have calmed down from the last time you were here.
Which was earlier today.
You've been in Avernus. Time's weird when you visit other planes.
Ah.
It's been at least a day. Which still is pretty good progress. In a day after an interaction, people are just out having a drink, making legends of the fox spirit. Dare you would know that if you went to like the main building, there'd be people that you could talk to that likely would recognize you.
Yeah.
So what are you inquiring about?
If anybody has heard anything from Rotala in the last, how long has it been since I teleported?
You've
half
been
an
gone for years.
Yeah, how long has it been? Is a good first question.
Suddenly, you know, little Timmy's not quite so little anymore.
It actually was several days ago that the interaction happened.
have you heard anything about, like, from your master?
This kobold that you're talking to, not being one in the know, thinks that they died. Because the
Hey, can I speak to one of your superiors, please?
you would, just off the top of your head, you would know that one of the scientists definitely saw that Rotala was alive. So if you asked after them, you'd know at least. You might have some idea.
Yeah, I'll ask after the one who invented that weird
Plane shift pill.
vehicle.
Plane pill.
What?
Oh, right. Yeah, you could talk to him as well.
What was your suggestion?
His suggestion was the scientist who had made the plane shift pills.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, but weird vehicle first, maybe then the plane shift pill.
So you go to talk to him, and he's really pleased to see you. You do see that he actually has gotten the vehicle back.
It's a bit hard to steer with paws, but
He like
so
gets
maybe
out,
you can.
gets out a notebook and starts like quickly noting things down as you talk.
So just for like make it more for accessibility reasons, maybe try to give it different steering mechanisms. But anyway, have you heard anything about Rotala, or from Rotala? As in very recently.
He gives you like a quizzical look, and it's like you can sense that he's not seeing it with like conviction. He's like, no, he died.
We both know he didn't. So is he back?
Well, he definitely.
Where's the pill guy?
He's like, and he just leads you to him. Which
The pill guy knows that he didn't die.
Yeah.
And knows that I know that he didn't die.
Yeah. He very quickly informs you that there's been no communications of any sort since you left.
Okay, that's bad. Since pill guys seem to be in the know in general, I'm like, so just to let you know, without wanting to alarm you, but we were in hell. We went to get our friends from Tiamat, and he distracted Tiamat while we got away.
It was like the look on his face started as like, oh, understanding. Yeah, I know that's where you said you were heading off to. Yeah, you used to do that, and then it's like, as you mentioned that, and then he distracted Tiamat so he could get away. He's like, just his face just sinks.
There was an earthquake just before we left.
Correct. You're not there though.
That's true.
Where was an earthquake? In hell.
No.
In Bryn Shander.
Yeah, well, on the material plane. That was what he screamed at
okay.
Rotala as he also vanished.
Do you have any idea what we can do to contact him, or to make sure that he's okay, or to help him come back, or?
He walks over to like a drawer, opens it, and it just seems to be like some sort of weird little, I don't know, like a foldy box thing. He opens it, presses some buttons on it, and you just hear and then he just like shrugs at you. I
Shrugging
guess,
doesn't help. What?
I guess we just wait and see. He's strong.
Yeah, but as far as I understood, Tiamat is like Sleepy Guy, a bit stronger than anybody else. Right? Because old and many heads and huge.
True. Yeah, that's true. Old, many heads, and huge.
Is there anything I can do to help?
He's outnumbered 5-1.
Do you want to test some of the new products?
Would that help Rotala right now?
Oh, you meant help him. No, that would just help research. Sorry, I don't really know what to recommend. He'll turn up, he usually does.
I believe in him. Woof, bark, woof.
Then all we can do is wait, I guess.
Sure.
And
Well-
see if our friends come back.
Yeah, it's late at night, so you can be like taken aside to like a sleeping area. See what the morning brings.
Yeah. And Dare would start doing what he has never done before, but he's seen people do when they are frustrated and don't know what to do, and he starts praying
To
not to Sleepy Boy. No, he starts talking to Rotala. He's not praying because he doesn't really know and understand praying, but he's just basically talking as if Rotala was there.
Is he essentially imitating praying?
He's kind of imitating praying.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
talking into thin air.
So what does he say?
I don't know. Just over and over to like make sure to come back safely. We need you. Blah blah blah.
Sure.
Stuff like that.
Then you go Betty Buys. And on to the final big group of people. Anthony, very easy. You're in your foyer. No one's stealing shit. Although you do you do give the guards one hell of a shock. As you just appear in the foyer. Like all of them draw their weapons and point them at you, and then see it's you. It's like, give us a heart attack.
To be frank, I was at a very terrifying place. Oof. Could not. It's very scary. Big dragon, 5 heads. Oh, bad.
Sure.
Anthony's then, I guess, gonna look around. Check house, check field.
You're going to be greeted with something when you're checking the house. Moving to the next people. 2 people, 1 drag, 1 cub. You appear in... It's a dark room, but you recognize it kitchen.
Are there pies?
Yes.
Is their pie standing order still going?
Of course. There's pies
We will-
waiting on the counter.
We will both take a pie and we will start to wander out to see what's going on.
Sure. You wander out. You basically like almost smack into Anthony as he's traversing the manor, and you also give the guards another shock as suddenly a dragon and a kobold just appeared in the like right in the middle of the manor.
Pie?
Ah!
Hey, dude. Good. Well, I'm glad you see this as your home. Very good. Means we did not get separated. Gives you a hug.
Yay!
Gives Aurora a hug. Man, I'm just glad we didn't lose each other because, man, it would have been basically impossible for me to find you guys otherwise.
As long as we can be here to help you find other people. Although we have one issue. Smoothie's like, so we have lost our way to go meet God.
I was able to go meet God by like prayer one time.
Oh, okay, sure. That makes sense.
So like maybe that'll work. But we should
Maybe.
also look around because we might find other people if we look around. Maybe other people saw this as like home base or whatever.
Sure.
You step out and you do it very quietly. You notice as you're looking around the outside, you see in the field the sheep are up to something. There's lights and fire and demonic symbols, and then you step on a twig and it snaps, and then it all vanishes, and they're just staring at you.
Now, sheep. No demonic symbols. I literally just got out of hell, so no more summoning evil portals to hell. None of that.
What you do see in the center of all of them is a familiar dragony sheep.
Melissa!
Melissa, you have been on quite the journey, because you did in fact go back to where you originally were. So you went to the domain of dread. But the sheep knew of your plight and used their dark magics to summon you home.
Of course! I completely forgot about that. I could have probably multi-classed it as Warlock by now.
Warlock of the sheep.
Even though I kind of am.
Goes over and hugs Melissa. I'm so glad you're safe.
Me too! And all it cost was the soul of one of our random party members. What?
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 Oh, I'm sure it's fine. That's probably fine.
Hey, look at the upsides. Melissa did not get Asmodeus's attention.
Alright, Smoothie.
I knew he was a pussy!
Smoothie, the smartest of us. Where other people be?
Homes. They're probably at their homes.
Okay, where Holmes be?
I have no way of determining that as far as I can tell, unless I think back through my memories, giving me some clues.
You give me a history. Give me a history with advantage. I think all of you can do that. Well, apart from Aurora, I think.
20?
Mm-hmm.
12, yes.
Get that squiv out of here.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
With a 20, you seem to recall that you think that the little fox guy, you think he was from Brinchander?
Okay, I think somebody's in Brinchander at least.
You
Okay,
have you have absolutely no idea about Ray.
Okay, so
I know how to walk there because I've done it before. Like I've taken a journey there.
You've had the long fast walk.
Yeah, I was much slower when I did it then though.
Well,
it would still probably take me a while to get there though.
Well, if I could be provided equipment, I could eventually build a new ship.
What'll you need?
Smoothie will lay out the incredibly expensive materials required to build a spaceship.
Okay,
No,
so
I don't have any of that.
Like,
or an airship.
10 minutes pass of Smoothie just listing things. And
Smoothie's like writing it on the ground in like the dirt, just like as a diagram.
5 minutes into it, Anthony, you regret asking.
No, not no.
What?
Didn't.
What?
No.
What's a helm?
Didn't understand.
You mean you want like a boat? And then Smoothie gets angry. No, not a boat helm. A spelljammer helm.
Anthony brain hurt.
Technically, it's a ship, not a boat.
Shut up. Don't argue with God.
No, I mean, like, that's what Smoothies.
Yeah.
Do you want me to carry you?
Can you carry all three of the rest of us?
Can I, Andrew?
Who's there? No, you couldn't carry everyone.
Oh, fair enough.
Because Smoothie easy carry, Melissa and Aurora slightly harder.
Could I pull a cart?
Yeah.
Sure.
You might get a bit tired from that, but you definitely could.
Do you want to go by cart? I could pull a cart. I'm faster than most horses.
Sure.
Faster than the regular horse. Oh. Smoothie, you do notice that Aurora looks quite tired though. Because
let's get in the back of the car, Aurora. You can sleep while we can sleep while he does all the work.
Sure. Just you Smoothie of all people, you know that it's currently 11:45
AM or PM?
PM.
Yeah, that's a.
It's dark
Alright,
nighttime.
Yeah, we should probably go to sleep before we head out.
Okay.
Does Melissa just stay in the field with the non-demonic cultist sheep?
Yeah, so unless we're gonna have a meeting or anything.
So is that what the plan is? You guys are gonna have essentially a long rest till morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Morning has come. Welcome morning.
Smoothie. You notice that Anthony looks real bad.
What's wrong with you, Anthony?
He will say it's nothing.
What happened? I am concerned for you.
Smoothie, you could infer that it could be to do with what happened to him in Tiamat's lair. Because that's the only thing you could infer. Which was having his... You don't know what? Astral self? Soul? Something ripped out and put elsewhere?
Is this because your sort of glowy self is gone?
Maybe. Very bad.
Can you call to your glowy self? Do you still feel like you can feel it somewhere?
I try and nothing really happens.
You
presumably.
feel a 100% complete disconnect.
Yeah. Oh, bad times.
Gonna have to find the arrow of fate. So, morning. There are many arrows.
Anyway, let's hit the road.
Okay, if you feel you can do it.
I can do it. And
I
then
believe.
and then he'll get at the front of the cart. If everyone gets on, he will then bolt off at full speed.
Sure. What is the plan? Are you going straight there?
Yeah, going straight to Brinchanda.
Okay. When you get there, you will have 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure. Okay, so let's say about 2 to 3 hours. That sort of range. It slows down a bit once you get to like the 10 towns area because of all the snow.
Can run from Waterdeep to Brinchanda in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's very fast.
I am technically faster than our spaceship.
Well, at land speed.
Yeah, at land speed. Not when it goes like hyperdrivey, but I am technically faster than the spaceship when it's just cruising.
Cool. So you successfully have arrived at the outside of Bridgender.
Anthony then just like falls over. Very tired now.
But you just woke up. Smoothie just climbs out and is like perfectly fine. It's like, it's fine. Come on, get up.
Smoothie would not do that.
Boo.
Because Smoothie would know how much effort has just gone in there. And be like,
Like
Hey,
1,000
you-
miles.
if you need a nap, like, we should probably get you into the town somewhere.
That's a good plan. Anthony is gonna head into town.
Smoothie will
Go
offer his shoulder to lean on.
Anthony will take it.
It's gonna be real difficult with the size difference.
Yeah, it's the I'm kind of here
Anthony-
for like the
Anthony's
Anthony
basically
using Smoothie
crawling
like a walking
anyway.
stick.
It's Anthony's essentially crawling anyway. It's just very.
Cool. Smoothie's walking along. Anthony's resting on the shoulder while Crab walking along the ground.
Aurora will help the other side and just it'll be like we'll be dragging him along.
Excellent. Sure. Where are you going to head?
Probably to the inn that we've stayed at before.
Sure. It's a standard building, which is the lovely tavern.
I'd be like, hey, can we buy a room for like the evening? I understand it's still morning, but like, by that I mean like 8 hours or so.
Yeah, sure. No, it's Scottish man. Scottish. That's it. Hey, lad. Jim lad. That's a pirate.
What's the cost, sir?
Oh, since just a silver.
Okay, I throw silver.
Because you're getting a daytime rental, which no one tends to normally do.
And then drag Anthony up the stairs and put him to bed.
Oh,
And then come back down.
the bed feels
Just
so
rest.
good. It feels so good.
I'll go back downstairs and go to the guy. Have you seen a fox around here?
Oh, you heard the story of the fox spirit. Aye, we've seen him.
He'd probably be asking questions about a dragon.
No. He didn't talk. There was a little fox who, from what we figured, turns out he. I love how the accent just goes. It's just gone. They're too lazy to do fake Scottish. Turns out, he's some sort of magical spirit. Oh, it's kind of Welsh. Where'd the Welsh come from?
You sound like you're off Gavin and Stacey.
With the middle of the night it was.
And now we're in a different region.
Aye. So yeah, you basically, to save me being an idiot, get an explanation that there was a weird circumstance. There was a little fox that seemed trapped, and then he freed it and fed it, and then it vanished into nowhere and left a reward. And then there were talks of a spirit wandering the streets.
Smoothie's like, cool. Here's a gold for your time, and I'm gonna go find the kobold in charge. Bye-bye.
Thank you, man. I threw in one last shit accent.
And
Oh,
you're gonna go find the head kobold engineer to go and ask him if he's heard anything.
you head to the main building and give me a perception check. Cool. It was with two of you, so I'm taking the 20. As you enter the building, you see in the distance there's like a cafeteria type area, and you can just see like Dare and Mr. Woof Woof just sitting at a table chowing down. Big pile of bacon.
Smoothie and Smoothie and Aurora will wander over. I don't know if Melissa's with us or not.
It's a good point. Yes, Melissa, with you. Unless.
And
Ow.
we will wander over, and Aurora will probably end up on the table eating the bacon out from in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Everyone loves the bacon.
And Smoothie will just be like, "Oh, I'm glad you're all right."
Dare would jump up and hug Aurora first, hug Smoothie second, and Melissa third.
It's like you're hugging Aurora, and Aurora's just like eating bacon over your shoulder.
But that's fine. He can understand that.
Smoothie hugs back.
And if Anthony is there, Anthony also gets a hug.
Yeah,
Anthony's in a
Anthony's
hotel room.
sleeping.
Anthony is just far too tired for any of this. He is. Oof. He's out.
If he was there, he'd be happy to see you, but he is not.
He would. He would immediately give you a little hug and stuff, but you know. He ran 200 miles.
Where did you come from? Where did you end up?
We ended up back at the house, at Anthony's house,
Oh, that makes sense.
and then Anthony ran us here.
That seems far. I actually have no idea because we only flew with the ship.
He's asleep at the hotel because he's so exhausted. Also, I think he's not doing well because his like weird soul thing was ripped out.
His weird soul thing was ripped out?
You know that weird armor thing he gets?
Yeah.
It got ripped out by Tiamat.
Oh,
He no longer has his weird powers.
that sounds painful,
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah, it looks it. I'll
Hmm.
have to study him under proper lab conditions to check what's going on.
Yeah, maybe Rotala has some wish balls left.
And we'll need to start constructing a new ship so that we can actually make it around places faster.
Time to break into the vault again.
Smoothie's like, I'm gonna ask the head engineer for help with that because like he kind of owes us for previous stuff.
Also, Rotala hasn't come back yet.
Oh, really?
And I don't know what to do.
I think we kind of just have to wait. I don't think we've got any way to get to him to help him.
Can we not help him somehow? I think Aurora and Rotala are connected.
Aurora, do you feel connected to Rosala?
She like looks up into the air and looks around, mouth stuffed full of bacon, and then just kind of like shrugs.
Maybe. You know how we have those shards? Like I don't know if people are around them, but he still whispers.
It's like a nice breakfast area, so it's like there's a bunch of tables, but they're all spaced out enough.
Okay. But yeah, he still sometimes like says it a bit lower. So we have the shards, and so I could get them out. The shards are somehow connected with Aurora and with Rotala because he also has a shard, and maybe that can help. Maybe then Aurora can make a small portal to get him back or something like that. I know technically Tiamat stops portals into her place, but maybe?
Try. Are you willing to try, Aurora?
She looks confused, but is like nodding.
Okay, 1 second. Goes to the wall, opens the door to his demiplane, takes the shards out, leaves the mask inside for now, closes the door.
Who was
shards.
it that snuck in? Was it a rat? I can't remember.
I think so,
We made a joke about that. The rat like sees the door open and gets excited, and then you shut it again. Like no.
Well, if you noticed it, you would have let it out. If you didn't, then
No,
The rat was underneath the mask. It's gaining infinite power from it.
oh yeah, that would be funny if there was like because magic items attach like shrink in size, and then it like this rat with this dragon
tiny
mask.
dragon mask.
just like belching fire at me, and I'm like, oh, cute.
This is the second rat we've given superpowers to.
So, what are you gonna do? You have many crystallis.
I'm not sure if that. I don't know how this stuff works.
Aurora like picks one up, nibbles on it, now puts it back down.
His, and he would have resummoned his Drat in the morning as well. And okay, so we have all of them. I don't know. Don't wizards put stuff in circles? We can put them in a circle, put Aurora in the middle, and
I love that logic.
Should Aurora be in the center of the circle?
or on the side, and we can all touch a crystal and push some power in? I don't know.
Yeah, let's just concentrate on pushing power around, and then Aurora concentrate on opening a portal that will save Rotala.
Aurora.
How many people do we have who can push power in? I can
Me.
push power.
And then Wolf
Both of
Bark
your
me.
Yeah.
Andrew, the fish is done.
Sure, if you want to, you everyone can get one level of exhaustion, but you'll be able to put enough power into all of them.
Do we lose spell slots as well? Or is that...
Not in this case.
Okay. Yeah, I'll happily take a level
Sure.
of exhaustion for that.
So, Aurora sits in the middle of the circle. You all push power in. They start like the people who are in this place just having their breakfast. Really, they're not pleased. This does not look good. Some just keep eating, but it's like it's not normal. It's only morning. It's not even 10 yet. You see the crystals begin glowing and glowing and glowing, and then Aurora begin glowing, and then there's a massive flash of light. Nothing seems to have changed.
Do you feel any different, Aurora?
Aurora looks around the room and points at a kitchen door. That one.
Okay.
What?
Open door.
With the timing, you see essentially completely at this point naked, scorched Rotala fall through the door that wasn't there for him a second ago. He falls to the ground, and then just a billow of elemental energy follows him and just destroys half of the building.
Close the door again.
He's just like standing there with the door, seeing half the building destroyed, just like, just gonna close that now. Aurora looks around and is like, are you good? Is that right?
Thumbs up.
Perfect. I gathered the crystals up again.
Rotala standing there completely naked is like, I'm not dead, right?
No.
Aurora brought you back.
I'm gonna hope that I'm not imagining this for now. And he just walks over to the counter and just starts filling up a plate with food. He's somewhat in shock that he is still alive.
Dare is
Well done,
mighty pleased with himself. And Aurora.
Yeah, like Smoothie's just going over and like praising Aurora for how well she did.
Aurora feels very good about herself, but also very confused as to what just happened. On the upside, it's actually quite a nice day. So like the sun coming down with a slight breeze coming through the half fucked building, quite nice.
Soon you will control this power, and then we will know You will get us everywhere. Because you will be the great dimension hopping Aurora.
Not having any idea what you're saying, Aurora just cheers with you.
That's the spirit.
I feel like that's a good place to stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Technically, everyone who's from main party actually did end up back together. Well, all but one, but he did
So
chop.
Ray Slash is in jail, right?
Yes, he did not
Ray
die from his
Slasher.
wound.
Is in
Yeah.
jail in El Terrell.
Yeah, I'd imagine he would be in jail.
Despite having lost an arm, Daddy Orc has never been prouder.
Of
His daughter
His
for
daughter.
stabbing the
Oh.
fuck out of you in
Yeah.
revenge.
yeah.
We just love revenge.
See,
Yay, his daughter's not a girl.
true. Though,
In his own logic.
funnily enough, in the years leading on after this, because of the amazing effort that she made, the two of them slowly began bonding more and more, and his eyes began to open. So in many ways, Ray saved the family.
Yay.
And it only cost the dad one arm.
And
Yay.
20 years later, and the mother looks identical. Just a big brick wall. Oh, what a happy ending. Do you want to know a quick secret? But that's
Sure.
just a bit of fun. So, Aurora didn't actually go back to the house. The smoothie went back to the house. Aurora did not.
And then she portaled herself there.
She actually did end up in the ship, which has a direct doorway to the kitchen. So basically, she walked in as Smoothie appeared. So to
Is it a
Smoothie,
one-way doorway or two-way?
that's a hard question. It's technically two-way.
But it's very
So,
weird. You have to
could
not be
go
looking for the
remove
ship.
from its happy relationship with the jet dragon.
In theory. But the only way to get onto the ship from the kitchen will be by doing the same way you'd get from the kitchen to the from the ship to the kitchen, which
What,
is by
really
not.
needing to be on the ship but not knowing where you were going?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That
so
seems really easy when you don't know there's a portal.
yeah. So like one morning you just go to make Cocoa Pops and then you start walking off into a different room without thinking and suddenly you're on a spaceship.
That's going to be real dangerous.
True, but we know.
Especially for anyone not named Smoothie.
And we also know canonically that that's how it works because Melissa managed to go there and back one time.
Ooh.
With-
Okay. I'll
Without
be heading off
realizing.
now.
Sure.
Take care, Christian.
That was
See
a
you
fun
around,
time.
Bye-bye.
Boy.
Bye. Hey,
Take care.
look. Episode 28 and everyone died was not correct. How happy are you?
I'm very happy that we didn't all die.
Everything is
we-
fine.
We did split the party almost as much as it possibly could have been split.
And yet, still worked out.
Yeah, weirdly, like, basically all of us got